one day. If you move jubility, say yeah, you want to say it's good. They say for 5 years, yes, it's good. I just one month for you, but it should be an example like this. It was all what we did. And I don't know to the judges somewhere, but a more brother, India, or more mobile. It's a Casabia Utiano. Oh, how could you be now? The amount 5 months, 3 hours. And yes, I'm a fan. So we should emulate that example. Say, okay, let's go and default people. If we are really pleading, maybe 1 year, then we are jubilating. So that's why I did. On your dear, sir. Let them know emulate that example. But Jacob then say, at least, the bar or Hana could be I should check the man on that. So, by more be any say, as a side, we could even the man 1 year will be about we should be very careful of certain things.
The last one. No. The last one here, we Bastard Boys. There be not can be a winner. Bastard Boys, Shatta Wale, Shatta Movement, Shatta Foundation. Sorry, welcome on 30,000 Ghana cedis. Or they so I actually, but to be on
last week.
No, mekanam the abesi.
Last week.
Oh, mekanam the abesi owura chedi nimu. Asam na twa asam ba. Ya me kire say, amafuru to ohun asi wo. Aye adwuma we bus stops. And yen kwantimpong so. Owura chei enso atunu hu asi wo. Enti sa na te. Enti achede na wode ma bus stop boys no. Won hwe na owura chei so no. Won fa ne hye mbere no. Ye nyina no ozeri ade.
Dr. Counselor George Lucho. Akwaba.
Because I'm there.
Nyamiado.
Me bana ba ya bi kasa. She has to
First of all,
you know what I would say.
How can buy a
infant.
Sister
be another
sister say English and can say
and then mean baby or baby.
So you
a rabbit.
many kind yet and youngs. Because anyone can be bus. Oh yeah, one of our callers.
I no problem with any of them. When I'm not and only be OD or see I was doing it for trend. And I wanted her to retract that.
I know they say fear for no, I can't do
see or no. May yan for trend. That's why I wanted to retract that.
We are not doing for trends.
If she's on the phone, it's a different thing. But it will be good for her.
Okay.
It's now. Now, I'm not to say me for trend. No, or see, or no.
Okay.
This conversation. Or no, me say me for trend. Number 2. Medical ni fala our dey be good see me. Say go you. I have never commented on it. Never. Check the records. I've not been even commenting on because it's none of my business.
Your video no na come
I don't even know what is going on.
Oh, then to cause I won't say go for share video.
I'm always on the move.
Sir. It won't tell one people say go for say be you boni.
Ebu obey. I'm saying I have not commented for her to say and buy and me say.
Okay. It's now.
That's what trying so.
It's now.
That's what smart me na mate and I'm me say. I get my I'm not here from something I'm but when you say me say, because in the mood. So that's why I wanted to give her the opportunity to retract that one. So that we have a peaceful lifestyle.
Yeah, quote and same and some now. No matitino. Almost say what could you say? The video our in 1 month 7 years per paper.
Okay, the or no Odin common or can the American. It means that she listened to parts of the video.
Yeah.
And say Obia Kwawadi say no, I wanted it to retract. I don't know.
Production for no.
The first conversation was okay. Congratulations, the video. Go and watch the video. However, there are 15 types of marriages. So Awale. Everybody or call wadi they be kind. Or timpobi or the kwa wadi. There's a reason for the marriage.
Okay.
And there were 15 reasons why people marry. And there are times why would in a cheating po the only man is a sign.
It being count 15 pepe.
15 reasons.
15.
And unfortunately, why didn't a chimpo as a best man? Why didn't a chimpo as bridesmaid? You don't have the idea.
Right.
So there are marriages like marriage of convenience. There were entrepreneurial marriage. There were compensational marriage. There were for your sake marriage. If not because of you, marriage. There were religious marriage. There were tribal marriage. There were marriage of fear. Now, me kasana me chiremu say, each of them have a reason why people marry. Uti we nei, o maame efa yefun, ena ojina so ede ware wa, kosi da obe fi asasi so. Debi obeka will say, enye wank na kenne mametena adi mu for your sake. The next one is that level of because of him. And see our dear. Coach ne ma me na ka me hu mpo coach ne ka say. Eti awade na mete ho na me ware. Coach enti e na mete ho. Your entrepreneurial marriage. Eno ye adwuma bom. Ba bi a medui. Mi jana me kwa. Me hu akodi. Eti mi mfa ne sa ne ware.
David do ni choma ware na ye dey aware.
Na me ka say for me, and I repeated. For me, where I sit, for the question now I'm hosting this, I see this as a compensational marriage. And I explain myself. So when I'm not at it, I say, me there, me can't microphone, me pass microphone. If you want to wish people well, wish them well. It's not my business. It's not anybody itinerary that wish people well. No, it's not. Coach, I didn't about Kaya. And Obia canceling papa level. Remember what I told him? If you like, you didn't take it. I said it and I'll repeat in front of the father. If he wants to rely on the father's name, he will not go anywhere because there are people who doesn't like the father and they want somebody to punish him through the father. I didn't wait for him to go anywhere.
And some of them are doing it.
I didn't. I'm telling him. I told him. He's in Gwerin Yamicha's place. They are doing what? If he stays there for too long, he will not go anywhere. I told him here. You see? He says, and you will know the truth, not my truth. So in the first place, the conversation was that this marriage, for me, is a compensational marriage. Why? So when you're bitty, now all of a sudden, I mean, we all know the stories, the issues that transpired, the way the lady was. After the death of the boy, follow the conversation between the video and the girl. Go and follow. Don't talk just because you want to talk. Follow their lifestyle until this girl got pregnant again and had these twins. Now, Uja Obasa, the one worrying now, then will be Abeka.
But how can you say, more best man for Kaya be new there? It's
a make catch.
But again, not the okay,
men messy.
They are all no.
It is what I'm telling you. This is me. Per what is on the ground. And I'm just giving you the type of marriages that as you are sitting, the reason why you married your wife is in your head.
Okay.
But you act it so people see it. Obi I recommend you Obi being so not recommend man. But nyama koso sa men ne wa boss waka say nye coach anka mami ma ware no. Oba ne papa oka. Otete wa oka. So me kase per all the things that I have put together. This is what I see.
But Councillor, on that occasion, now I'm exchanging rings and answer because according to one more, David didn't leave that ache. I'll be that's I want to but there was no exchange of rings. Is that true?
Traditional marriage.
Oh, yeah, traditional marriage. Oh, okay.
Traditional marriage. Where they know. Nigeria for the meaning how they do it. But that was traditional marriage.
So educators.
Yeah, the Sanema Obano Ebre Beman no yeah. That's so they silly the almost wedding.
So I am the
Councillor yes now.
To us. One thing, if you see the headlines doesn't help you educate. The headline is what is making everybody think what I said, but I'm trying to give you the opportunity to repeat myself. If I leave here now, meet me outside there. I'll say the same thing because what I'm saying is more spiritual in conversation than a written comment may say. Based on all that has happened, Obasi, it will become a talk in town, and especially when you are a public figure. So you want to do something to please and appease the rest. And again, I won't tap for a man. Imagine what happens. Only about it. Wow, everybody who is genuine in your heart, go back and watch the video of the marriage. Money is speaking, not love. Number 2, see the facial expression of the lady who has been celebrated. Go and watch. And have your own personal judgment. You see, I'm talking to you. Before I started talking, this is not your face. Now see your face. So whoever, if your camera pans on you, you can see that there's something else that you're thinking.
Split of
either you are excited, you are confused, you are worried, or what is going on around you. And I read facial expression, body demeanors, and hormonal balances in the life of the emotions of people. And I'm saying that what just transpired, it is because it's a compensational marriage.
Is there something wrong with compensational marriage?
Oh, yes.
Something wrong with it?
Yes.
What is wrong with that?
I mean, you don't compensate people with marriage because it doesn't last. The reason for the compensation elapses and you get you feel so hurt that why did you make such a decision? It's like Obi Ashen and say, Obani or what? But to our friend, now wale no. Colleague na wale. All of them, it doesn't end anywhere. So me say, because of this girl, no, besides say, so I didn't that girl and come say there are people that when you sign, what do we go baby? When you be, I saw you be a bro. Say when it comes to a train pra, no be a new, only more back, no be a new coach with my wallow. But at the public notice, where I am, you have to get something above me. Otherwise, you struggle. This is why Shatta Michi is still there, not married. Because the Shatta Wale who he has a child with is something else. Shatta Wale bad education only Shatta Michi, one day loud. Funny face, baby mama. She's loud. So anybody else that goes closer will be. So there are people when you associate with it. That's why again only baby obeko. And you said no about musu. But the level of the video, who next? So I will be in ewo. And I'm said this particular marriage entry, which is for me a compensational marriage, has an elapses of 5 years. And I repeat, 5 years. 5 years. If she decides to have another child, she will do 7 years. If she wants to have more years, produce more child. I said it, and I stand by it.
Councillor, yes.
And the last thing was
yes, no, again, measures now the take care who say like nobody 5 years, 5 years.
Bema, a bema be a person need check ever with you. Man, wallow yere and until 60 years. And then what did
repeat you?
Okay. Ushia by even have so well now. And then tina. Mutimi trasa now with this 60. Where do enjoyment age? Correct 1 year. Now first born the 25. Now Baba man in do it. Baba did do it. Because what they be 40 years. I've been married for 40 years. I've been married for 30 years. Sit them down, let me be honest with you and tell you how many breakages they have in the 40 and 60 years married.
But I can't say we need 60 years, but so
I'm married because of fear.
Fear?
Yeah. Even you're married because of fear.
No,
don't answer because
don't speak for me.
Are you far from here?
Don't speak for me.
I say you're married because of fear. What should you say?
Don't speak for me.
I say that's all. I say you're married because of fear. So defend it. Why say you defended it? But we are alive. Keep this in your head. No, but who says it's true? I say you are married because of fear, and you say it's not true.
Yes.
I won't challenge you.
No,
but I won't challenge you.
When you 60 years and son, I won't worry. Thank you very much.
in this life we are in, nobody should reinvent the wheel because there's nothing new under the sun. But if you are fortunate and you are told that the junction you are going, there is a monkey there, no matter how strong you are, consider who is telling you. It is in Guinness country that when police are doing operation and you meet a commercial driver, they tell you, oh, and they don't talk to the private people. This language is understood
by the commercial driver.
So in my narration, I said, say, our American 7 years Montiasian, at the say, bakery, I had to brew. What fitting brew not the yeast one. And what time be at 2? I saw this from Numuntum. And yan number 4 OVM was at you from Numuntum. Now, Brudu Nesha from Numunsono. And also, what time be as a one share year a beshi. And to the end to Abontino or Penten with a general went to. The share general so she and the ya wafunu ya pequepi. Monso Mujra Bontimu to Muko Remu, me cacao. Obia Waria Utim. So be count no credible wakumemwa. The first 3 years of your marriage, if there was no child, you felt marriage was the best thing. The next 5 years, you wanted to live. The 7th year, you packed, but something kept you. So, my comedy, more wish you well. How can my mouth break somebody's marriage? Okay. I am sharing an opinion, one, as a professional licensed marriage counselor who cannot tell you who is a married material on earth, because nobody is a married material until you are married. So ask yourself about what you mean with you. Bisa who say then soon na ukun jina ye e de wale wo sister tie bisa ho then no so no jina ye e na wo o de wale wo so wonya material no. You are not developing yourself in a material form. If you marry a woman and she stays as a woman with you, she will take care of you. But if you marry a wife, she will serve you. And what gives a man long life is service, not taking care of.
Councillor Musasi said, David donate your mind what having say. Near say, will pay your assertion. Yamo Mako Warren. I'll give you a bare 5 years. A bit me good. Say, Councillor more advice I bet me keep relationship no. Ama Warren, so I don't catch you. Omo bebre. So ma Warren.
Now what will you don't pay no?
No, so see a big good.
Now the man can't so montia. Almost to other than can't show. They should play back what I just said.
No, what I'm saying is that you're kind there. Or say a year. Who said so?
The best advice they say. The Sefata one said they should produce children because Samuti Unina who said, "Oh, papa, papa, nipebia or nipe kukudam. Ah, nunti when your baby jina and na that mamiasi. On no man who come and papa be then die. Samson, I win you so. Now, papa, a question penny bit said you are blue trotter. Castle mammy said Kafra. Never ni send a mark was a penny shell in your womb. So, yes, you are being your brain ponchasia and throw. The future of a child can be determined by the mother. So, you can see the video and then make babies with the video because there's money to take care of a child. What's what never gonna say? And I'm catching the video in the last conversation. Say, Onye bibia, but Abrabwa obo. Any baby obey do and son and any baby bawa dear son, ain't no. Men monko ye anything civil. So obey a civil on dream about pre-nuptial. Uncle Shia, what is it? Na mondia, onye fear dear. Na on found Gigi Abaya enemy. And tell me to me, no crab aquan macacho. Monwo. Now I dear. And so a branch and so the wali. David do so walia. And he says, Obin abroad, it's not say. I don't need trends. I do life 6 hours with huge numbers, educated. I don't need trends.
You are trained.
I don't need trends. That's why I tell you that what I drive doesn't make me. Who is in what is driving is what makes person.
Okay.
What am I saying? So because may the other trend and those things so they are different, but because she said it emphatically, I want to educate her. I'm not within that level.
Last one, my main Okoto ebe Miki Antina case no. You so una or counselor into referral.
Antina is wrong.
She's wrong.
She's wrong. And I think that in her right frame of mind, she should get out of the euphoria and apologize to move on. In Accra, the only TV station and radio station running what she's running similar than now is my show on Movement TV. It's called Wound to Me in Kawasa. That's the only show in Accra. Obi Anyebu. Mami Dokun But let me tell you, you start 51 to 3:30 every day, Monday to Friday. Now watch it here. There's always somebody who carries higher wisdom on my show. I don't host, but I act as the prejudicial judge on the show because I'm learned. I'm very, very educated in my field. I am studying what you don't study. And in all cultures and all religions, I've studied all of them. So case neba, you're from radio so first. I will never sit on a case that is concerning Fredima. Never will I do. Even if the person involved is bleeding to death, I won't do because me as a medical person, I don't know what is called emergency. There's nothing called emergency in this world. You need to be an emergency. I'm a medical practitioner. You need emergency. Any patient that comes to us regular, you're rushing in by hospital says, yeah, wait. When you're born a baby, now mom ba hon. Yanamo ba, 1 year try say result into your far way OBP or sugar na and to what to us in the hospital. Namia don't 10 years, Jimmy na medical report.
I don't know.
Jamaican say until now could have done better due diligence because per the history that we have, the woman pin a mind any yasapo and wale da.
Yeah.
They have never been married. They have never been married. They have never been married. She was just making babies with a man. So she was cohabiting. Ompra. Ompra. So you are not recognized. That's the word. The word is not emperor.
Is it because suppose say or they minerals
my brother, Pina Mine has never been married by our support. That is it. For that matter, Obi on why you be on any base me you investigate. Look, when the issue came up, I have spoken to too many people before I commented on it. And that is what I'm saying, sir. Until now, the error she did was one, the person is a public figure. And for that matter, we need them to tie knots. So when you have issues of that nature concerning them, this is a brand. Everywhere in this world, if you don't know any song of Yasapo, Samane Hunubi, Atuwa, Kwasendianasi, say in social be, Atuwa, Manpabo, Enya ya de hunam na enya. Na yakundi nyina ne mpaibo na enumu na wubehunu se bibiani wa Yehowa ntumi nyawai why di usem nyina nyami nimu. This song alone, everybody knows the name Yasapo.
Not everybody,
most because at the end of the day you can't. Oh, I'm saying everybody knows Yasapo. And you baby Mponu. Yasapo say. So you are not a stranger in a very good land. Yabeka semsia nipa ye kan wasem no. So when you people and freya, this is why you need sensible counselors on your panel, not emotional counselors, not people who have gone through bad marriages and they want opportunity to speak. No. Train sensible, qualified people who will tell you what you have to hear on your panel.
It's like for 35 years, what experience you know. Very counselor being no time here, I'm telling you. Whatever I go, that is the situation. I've gone through families. I remember a bit where we know somebody said 10. I said it on the Father's Day.
So you see, the challenge is that mistake or and say the team didn't do good due diligence. And that's what I'm saying, that we all will get wrong at times. You sit bold and say, well, etiefo am say yenyina sana maame ne ba ya na no waye no emba asem am say yanka ne ye yera ya asopon ba bia wo bia no se ote yanka ya de dwanto abrɛw ya koma ne ba na dwumadie die ba se de be sisi nkrobot. Don't tell us say I'm here to be a help Ghanaians. Who called you to come help Ghanaians? Can you help Ghanaians? You can help Ghanaians. So me take ne say until now anye due diligence for this particular story. Now, actually, other stories they are doing to trend, or know what they are saying, or you are saying yes. All those ones are things they want to do, and unfortunately for us, it's not the full tape. It is just somebody cutting on what they are saying because full tape now take conversation. Yeah, I mean there are a lot of things they are doing on their show that we can't say they are wrong, but they are unprofessional. For example, I mean, if I do a DNA or I'm interpreting a DNA, by the grace of God, my background gives me the right.
Yeah.
But you bring lay people who are, I'm saying this on record, said there are people who have been, we have accused you and say, but me catch you, quote me everywhere. Quote me everywhere. May say there are women today who have never cheated on their husbands, but they have children that were unfortunately replaced in the medical center, not deliberately. I repeat, not deliberately.
Counselor, repeat. As someone can repeat it.
I'm saying that quote me. I have worked with women many years, and I'm saying that there are. I can vouch for a lot of women that we've accused them, who genuinely are saying, "Me far baby," but the children doesn't have anything that shows that the man is the owner, and it is likely that by no fault of the medical people deliberately, some children were replaced in the hospital because they were given. Do you know the reason? Because usually, Uba near Unkwala, and can be a 60, 15, 20. Abafraba could be a say or baby court back. Nansen, you didn't name tag Abba. And Uba near Bacolano, the Acolano name tag, a can't ni package Ojo. At your wab of Frano no, now the name tag Nabo. Bama ye of Rafi Yema. The only thing we let you know, say Ubani, ye be any name, actually, is he a boy? So any boy can have a male organ. Any girl can have a female organ. So that alone can be who saw your bar. But it can be replaced. And it has happened several times. Because in Kuala you go court no more. You have 3 good 1 court. Near the pen card na show much. Dear Odin Kuala air court ward home. And can crop for and I must say, Dr. Fona Bakum and Jobiba, mind you, we have a team of about 7 people in the theater. Can you pay all of us to change somebody's child? It doesn't happen. And if you wouldn't meet with near connection, me and me Jinaho, I may taking record of the child that have been born. Yes, yes, Sunity, yes, Sunity, yes, you can hear we 10%. It's a whole thing. Yeah, to me, don't family so but yet the Akwani called her nurse na yadi Nkolani man no card ni so mo nchen is Akwala ye wo munyina most of the time their colors are the same, their face are the same, so they can carry somebody's baby for somebody, and the mother received the child and it's a girl because yadi ni treno or ba it is a no cry ye beka ye ko medical books mu say da me ire wo ye 17 July 2021 awu ye emasen ye wo ha upa. My sister banning in Ankolagias now was that day number when they run a DNA, your husband's child is in that child. Because medically, you cannot find any chromosomes in the child from the mother because they are producing lesser chromosomes. That's why we do DNA. We don't do maternity. We do the one. So you see, never be below what we need, my dear, and I will be below. And now, my soul, but Bema, baby, I yet now. We have learned so much. The soul is taken care of by psychologists, the spirit is taken care of by pastors, and the body is taken care of by medical practitioners. I practice as a medical practitioner. I am a spirit person because I'm a reverend gazetted minister of God. I am a licensed practicing counselor. So for me, when I see a human being, with all humility, I can treat you in every area. And you can't say no one tears here. Men fa o credit en ka de wunim se be bia ye gira no where do one ka e be o ka na ya e na ma e nyan no
yeah ko
me ko anu odin en ye di nkrafo si lo ni juosan shito Nina wa akeyo. Ewo council you to imposuto plemple. Min yeshitolo. Konina. Koneka jesa yenda. Ewo ko we are careful.
1 minute this show and now 1 minute.
In the first place, I think that the medical office, if you check the charter, patient charter 8, there's an error happening, and it could happen in the private hospital, but in a government licensed hospital, this shouldn't happen. By happened, Kwame Eugene, I queried and I went to ask. It shouldn't happen within the ward because one, no matter how you pay, you can't use a private ward to make noise. So Kwame Eugene cannot. He can have a mediator form of a hospital. Even you go shoot to a hospital, there are too many rules that you cannot do it. Facility. Then the Kwame Eugene maybe cancer and the other can say yes, and I say, lewe in the hospital now or admission. No, to me, Ed you be back. Ebe yenyum wodwa. You blame lewe.
The hospital.
And if the Minister of Health and the directorate of the hospital that they are really listening to us, they should be careful, because no matter what you do within your professional ethics, don't forget that a celebrity cannot be above the professional ethics. What they did, if it was done in a hospital, it's an error. Number two, the lyrical content of Lewin, I don't see anything wrong with it. Look, if you see enemies and you think this is the way you can deal with your enemies, speak against them through music, because you write music. So the coach can, yes, Obiawu, Webra. I have no problem with the watchron. Mimi Debbie Master can say, if anybody gives you negative energy, produce a positive energy so that you can have power. Lewen you more matron, I said that you know Chomeba, said that not say more time. Lewen, consider this country called Ghana. This country called Ghana. So listen to me, this country we are in, but be very careful. I say this to this man every day. Ask him. I will never disrespect him in any way.
Thank you.
But be careful, there are some people you don't touch. Because any fake man of God has a fake God. And their fake God can do something to you. And the effect will not be instant. Some of us, we are not working with our legs. We are working with our hands. So as something bad, you have the right to comment. But be very, very, very careful. If you want to talk like me and want to grow like me, but never wish to do what I do, buy Makpe Ginger Honey Chips. Makpe Ginger Honey Chips is what is keeping Fredima going. Like by this, 0277 609 0277 609 604. Uko events now we're no born ginger honey chips. Also, I know pa now went to me and Quenny Naswa. You Makpe Ginger Honey Chips. Maybe I will be a Kaisa Midin Eddie, Reverend Doctor Counselor George.
Reverend Doctor,
because any title you have on earth, even Nana, the Reverend is the biggest reference that you can get. God titles came from the church. But as a pastor, I'm a Quenya Akasa. Now, what will Fumpodi if you would tang? She over
Redeemer, Pechime, and the guy say, how the boy do answer tourism professor.